Hello, world. When we think about this world that we're living in, everything is backwards. I mean, like for instance, all your life you think you see with your eyes, but you see with your brain. Make that make sense. Well, there's something in your brain called the visionary cortex. So, if I could explain it to you in a nutshell, your brain receives these particles and photons that are scrambled, they mixed up, and they push back out through your eyes as the lens to see. So it's totally backwards. It's like all my life I thought I seen with my eyes, but I'm seeing with my brain, and my eyes are just like the lens to see. Let me make it make sense. A projector. You know, like back in the day, the reel used to run in the back and it used to flow through, then it'd come up and wrap around this other one. Well, during that process, the movie is back here. And there's a lens and there's a wall where it projects on. And as the movie rolls or whatever, it's a light that's shining through the tape, pushing through and projecting it out on the screen. That's an example of how you see. Another thing, like everything backwards, is the harder you work, the more you're gonna achieve. Make that make sense. How many people do you know that works hard, that works 2 jobs, 3 jobs, has everything they want? I'll wait. It seems like it's backwards. The people that work hard, never have what they want. But then we know people that barely do anything and have everything they want. Make sense. Well, even the rich people will tell you it's 95% mindset, 5% work. Okay? The less, the more. The less is more. It's backwards. The less you do, the more you're going to get. Another thing that's backwards. We were taught to believe so much in something outside of us. To put all our faith in something outside of us. That's why things never got the way we want, because we're believing in an outer source when the power is within us. We know that now. We are gods on this earth experiencing life in the human form. That's another thing that's backwards. Like we're human beings. No, we're spiritual beings inside of this body experiencing life in the human form. It seems like everything, once you reverse it, it gives you power. For some reason, we thought that our actions was running and controlling our life, but really it's a subconscious programming that's been programming that are actually making decisions and creating this life, which got us in a reality loop that we can't get out of. We don't know why. Think of it like this. if a computer has a program, it only knows to run that program. That's it. From the time you hit power and it boots up, it's going to run that same program. Capable. That's the only thing it's capable of doing until the program is changed. So we have this program that's been running our life and unawarely making decisions, and we didn't know it, and that's why we always wanted more but never could achieve it. That's why we always wanted this, that, but we got this whole programming running over and over and over again and wondering why we in a reality loop. Then another thing that we think, that was backwards is we thought everything was solid. Make this make sense. Nothing is solid. Everything is vibrating. Why? Because the building blocks that make up matter is vibrating. What is matter? Anything that can be weighed or take up space on this planet. So anything that you see basically is matter. And what makes up matter? Atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons on a subatomic particle level. But then it even goes deeper to bosons, hexons, and all the way down to tiny particles called quarks. But what I'm saying is these particles are constantly in motion and vibrating, giving off electrical charges and stuff. So how can anything be solid when the particles that make it up are vibrating? It just appears to be solid because it's vibrating at a certain speed. But I'm here to say and back this up 100%. There's nothing solid. Think of it like this. I'm energy. Everything else is energy. It's just expressed in that form. Water is energy. It's just expressed in that form. Humans are energy, but it's expressed in that form. Everything is energy. And that's kind of hard to wrap your head around when all your life you thought everything was solid. But yeah. And now that Christmas is over, I thought about something. Why, for so long, we've told our kids about a Santa Claus that is delivering them presents if they're good or bad, to later find out that there ain't no Santa Claus. It's like we teach them lies. To believing in something that is not true. He coming down the chimney delivering presents. Make that make sense. I'm just saying why. Why do that? I was born in the projects. We ain't even had no chimney. Yeah, explain that. How in the hell he get there? But I'm just saying, there's so much deception in this world more than it is truth. Then let's take New Year's. This is crazy right here. We celebrate New Year's in the mid of winter, where vegetation is dormant, where things are hibernating. But then spring comes up, which is actually the new year, in this universal rotation. Because spring is where the flowers bloom. It's a new year. It's where the heat starts absorbing this planet and creating life and everything. So why wouldn't spring be the new year as opposed to midwinter? That is not a new year. That's like the ending of a year. Somehow things are crisscross. But, we are truthers or seekers of the truth. Some things just don't add up. Some things just don't make sense. But that's the world we live in. We're deriving our own truth. But there's more things that we perceive to be this way, and that's really not that way. It's almost like when you're born, hey, do it this way, believe this, but later on you're going to find out that everything that I taught you or everything that the world's taught you is really a bunch of BS, and you got to figure it out later. Hello, world.